Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds and welcome to my channel. I'm enjoying some of the fall weather here in Michigan. It is just a perfectly sunny day. It's just a little bit cold, but not enough to be uncomfortable. But anyways, I have a few topics I wanted to talk about. One is my subs on my channel, and the second one is going to be Etsy, and then I'm going to throw in a couple more topics throughout the video, or maybe at the end of the video. Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reseller vlog. I'm going to talk about some problems I've incurred on Etsy. It's a small problem for me, thank goodness. I am a part-time reseller and I don't have a lot of listings there, but it's a problem nonetheless, and I have to go in and fix all of the listings, so I'm going to talk about that. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about, and maybe one or two more topics, is I wanted to say thank you so much for my 800 subs here on the channel. If you're new to my channel, I am a part-time reseller. I sell on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, whatnot, and Facebook Marketplace. I think most resellers do cross-post on multiple platforms, and there's even more platforms than that, but those are the ones that I like to post to. Facebook being the least of all of those, but I know some people do a lot of business on Facebook. I'm not saying it's not a good marketplace. It is. It's just not what I do. But anyways, I wanted to thank you for coming to my channel and watching the videos. If you're new here, I have lots of playlists. I have ones that are just thrift with me and shop with me videos, and then I also do playlists where I am just doing sold videos. I was waiting for the jogger to get by. When you're doing these video blogs, you just never know what you're going to run into. Anyways, if you have been on my journey here, I've been on YouTube for a few years now, putting out all of my videos, and I really love doing this and sharing my experiences, you know, what goes right, what goes wrong, what are thrifting wrongs, things that you've bought thinking you could flip for a profit and didn't make so much profit on them or couldn't sell them at all. Then there's also the thrifting rights, which is you bought something and you were able to flip it for a profit, and that's what this is all about. Look how beautiful that sky is. I'm out here just getting my steps in and talking to you guys. I am going to go back inside. I have created a bunch of drafts, or giraffes, as we tease, we call them giraffes because it sounds like that when you say drafts. I put a bunch of those on eBay, and then as I list them up on eBay, then I cross-post them to either Poshmark or Etsy, or all three of those places. And so I have a bunch of those to get to. I also have a couple solds, and I gotta wrap it all up because it's all fragile things. So that's my plan for today. I want to, when I get back there into my emporium, I will tell you what's happening with my Etsy shop and what I have to do to fix it. And then I got to get back to growing my Etsy shop again. It fell down in listings, mostly because I was selling so many items, which is a good thing. And then what happens also is if I sell it on Poshmark or eBay, I have to delist it off of there, so that also drops it down. And I haven't been keeping up with putting new items on, so I got to get moving with that and get my listings back up there again. I always try to make goals for myself for each of the platforms, like try to, you know, have a certain amount of items available at all times, And that number has just been a moving target. It's always a challenge. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, you know, my booth. I have a booth now too. So not only do I sell online, but I have a booth. There's also a playlist about that because that is a new venture for me. I just got that in July. Before I get up into my emporium, I did want to give you an update on my shoulder. Now, if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know this, or if you haven't been watching all of my reseller vlogs along the way, is back in April, I dislocated my left shoulder so bad that I could not put it back in. It's been a lifelong injury where it would dislocate and I could put it back in, but this time it dislocated in a different way and I could not get it to go back in, and I had to go to the ER and they reset it for me. Then I went, you know, for an MRI. I saw an orthopedic surgeon, not in that order. And then I did pre-op physical therapy, and then I had an operation that totally fixed everything in my shoulder, and it's been amazing ever since then. I had that done in August, and I've been going to physical therapy, well, not right away. For the first month or so, almost 6 weeks, I think I was just in the healing mode, and I've just started back at physical therapy 3 days a week. So I'm still doing that, and I have such a good like range of motion now. Before I couldn't even get my arm above here, and now I can get it up, and then I can do that, which before I was kind of like this. So the fact that I can lift my arm up, I am just so happy about it. And I just wanted to put that out there that lots of things happen to resellers. I had all of those issues where I was kind of down for the count with not having a lot of energy or not having a lot of movement, and I didn't want to do too much while I was trying to figure this all out. And it's been like, we're in October, so it's been like 6 months, and I still have a little bit more of recovery time to go on that. Also, in the middle of all of that, my daughter had started planning her wedding, so we had all of the wedding activities, you know, leading up to the wedding and the wedding itself, and all of that. And after I had my surgery, I was really down for the count. I had no energy, and I wasn't sleeping well. I still struggle a little bit with the sleeping, but I'm kind of getting better at that. But that's, oh, you hear Lola, she's out here with me, but now she's over at the gate. She doesn't want to be out here now. She's my little helper. So I just wanted to give a quick update on that as well. And I think that I'm probably done with giving updates on my shoulder, unless anything else happens that I need to tell you guys about. But that is something that resellers always talk about, is life gets in the way. You know, it can be car issues, it can be, in my case, a dislocated shoulder. Then you have life events, you know, you have weddings and other events in the family that take precedent over what we're doing. So it's never completely easy and planned out, and you just kind of have to go with the flow. Here is baby Lola, only she's not a baby. She's actually 3 years old now, but she's got her little pajamas on because it's a little cold. Look at the camera, honey. They want to see you. If you guys remember, she was so little, and I was like, I would hold her like up here, like she'd just be like this little thing. She's still so cute. But I wanted to share her with you guys, that she is still my little helper, but only occasionally. She spends most of her time with my daughter and her husband, and occasionally she spends time with me and my husband. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening in my Etsy shop. So I have roughly 40 some items in there, but all of a sudden on my phone, I started noticing that you know, required details needed on about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 items. And I thought, oh, I bet those, you know, with the warnings on them, are probably not showing up in my shop. And so I clicked on them to see what it needed. It says, you need to update your shipping. And I'm thinking, why? I'm like, I already did that. But I only did that on the rest of the items, the ones that don't have the warning on it. I went in a long time ago and changed all of my shipping to calculated shipping. I was using all kinds of shipping rules in there, and I just decided to delete all those rules and do calculated shipping. So I put in the weight and the dimensions of the box that I'll be using to ship the item. And so I did that. But some of my items, you know, when you list something up in Etsy, it's only good for 4 months, and then it drops off, and then I just, you know, I relist them. Occasionally I put them back up there, and I had some that were flat rate shipping, not flat rate boxes from USPS, but I had put like, oh, it's $8 to ship this item. Oh, it's $10 to ship this item. Because I pretty much know what the shipping cost of everything is, but that was all prior to the United States Postal Service changing everything. There's like no more first class mail. It's all ground advantage, and the ground advantage is good up to like 70 pounds or something like that in certain dimensions. And then there's priority mail, and I still have a lot of priority mail boxes that I like to use, like the mug ones. They're 7 by 7 by 7, and they're just the perfect size for shipping mugs or figurines. And so I have a bunch of those, and I'm like, well, I want to still use those, but sometimes it's cheaper to ship things ground advantage. And so I do have some smaller boxes because I do get them from my friends and neighbors. I, you know, made sure that they knew that I was a reseller and that I would gladly take all of their boxes and shipping materials, so they keep me in a steady supply of that. So that's another good reason to let people know what you do. Initially, back years ago, I wouldn't tell anybody I was a reseller, especially when I was working full-time. I just didn't want people to know, and then only if I was really good friends with them would I let them know, like, hey, I have this side hustle. But I wasn't asking them back in the day for packing material and boxes. But at work, we had a ton of boxes, and I was like, oh, I need these for at home for something. And I just was like, oh, I'll take those boxes. Just leave them. Don't flatten them or anything like that. I'll take them home with me. And nobody ever asked what I was doing, which was kind of funny. But anyways, so back to the Etsy issue. So what I have to do on each one, because you cannot do it on your phone. It tells you have to go to Etsy.com, but you have to click on the item, which means I have to go get the item out of my inventory, bring it back to my desk, weigh it, measure it, change it from the flat shipping that I have it in there as, and put it as the calculated shipping. And it's quite a few little steps. So thank goodness it's probably only about 8 items. One item I was able to do it on my laptop in the living room without having to go retrieve the item, because I knew from like my eBay posts how much it weighed and what the dimensions were. But on some of the other items, I think I'm going to go and really take a look at those, because I'm like, I don't know if those are only in my Etsy shop. I try to cross-post everything, but I thought, you know, it's better just to make contact with that particular item. Because once you have a bunch of items, sometimes you're like, I haven't seen that item in a while. Let me make sure it's where I think it is. That's another reason why I thought for these couple items, I'm going to go and search them out, bring them back to my desk here, and fix all the listings, and then, you know, make sure that, you know, those are active if they're not already active, and hopefully I can sell them, and out the door they go. Here is something I sold on eBay. I'm just getting them ready for shipping. I always stuff the middle. Whenever I have something that has some sort of opening or void in it, you always want to stuff that before you wrap it in bubble wrap. That's just a little shipping tip if you're new to shipping. All of us that have been shipping fragiles for a long time know that it's less likely to break when it's filled up with tissue paper or newspaper or whatever you have. Down here on my desk is a bunch of items that you may have seen in recent haul videos. Some of them are a little bit older because I was putting them up on Whatnot and hadn't listed them yet. So I took pictures and I got everything that's here listed up. I did a bunch of drafts. I did like 15 drafts and I got all of these items listed. And then over here is the rest of the items. Now you guys saw these in a recent haul video. If you like just watching haul videos, there's a playlist for that. There's a playlist for each thing that I do. There's a playlist for thrift with me and shop with me videos. Sometimes they have hauls together, so sometimes the hauls, but I also put that into the haul playlist. So sometimes they're separate and sometimes they're together. This is not in a haul video. It might be. I think, no, you know what it is? This was from a garage clear out, and I'm finally getting around to listing these. These are Lennox. Oh, shaking, my hand's shaking there. Lennox teacups. I think I had way too much coffee this morning. So I'm going to list up everything that's here and this little pile here. And I have a few more items that I want to create drafts on, but what I do is I go in and create a bunch of drafts and then I list them and cross post them. And I might do so many each day, and then sometimes I even will schedule them out, at least one listing a day. Now I'm part-time. Some of the bigger full-time people, they do like 20 listings a day every day, but I'm not that kind of a reseller. I only do like one listing a day, or one every other day, or a couple every other day. So I'm a bit smaller in that regards. I still have pretty good sales though. Believe it or not, this is a really good side hustle. If you're looking to make a little bit of extra income, I would definitely suggest reselling. Maybe start with items around your house and get used to listing, taking pictures, writing up descriptions, learning how to ship. Sorry for the bright light there. I keep that little lamp there without the shade on so I get good light over here. So it's important to learn how to ship items. So I have to wrap each of them in the bubble wrap, and then I'm going to create a box with like a nest on the bottom and wrap all around all of the glasses and on top, and make sure there's no movement in that box. And that's how I will ship these out, in the hopes that they get to their destination without getting broken. So just a couple more things. If you're noticing the gray hair here, I have decided to grow out my gray. So as I go along, you'll see more and more of it. I am closer to 60 than I am to 50, so I've decided it's time to go gray. I might change my mind later, who knows? I'm always changing my mind about that. But I just want to let you guys know, if you're wondering what's going on, like why is she not coloring her hair? It's because I don't want to color my hair anymore, and I hope you guys will be supportive of that endeavor. And the only other thing I want to get back to in terms of topics is I wanted to say thank you, and that I appreciate all of you who watch and support my channel. And I don't know if you be elsewhere, but I do have an Instagram account and a Facebook page. And you can also follow me on my shops. You can always follow me on my eBay store. Everything's under Left Lane Finds. eBay, Etsy, Whatnot, all Left Lane Finds. And then on Poshmark, it is Left Lane Finds. It's just hard to follow somebody there. I wouldn't suggest trying to follow somebody there, because it's hard to come back to because of the way they do the platform. But you know, you can certainly try. But I wanted to say, I really, really appreciate all of you and coming along on this very long journey of putting out all of the content onto YouTube, and that everybody. Besides my channel here, I have a second channel called Start with Coffee Adventures, because I do drink a lot of coffee every day. And on that channel, it's completely different from this channel. It is all of my travels. It's just adventures in anything. It's gardening, recipes, farmers markets. I'm a skier, so ski season's going to be coming up soon, and I'm going out west. I ski out west, and there's usually anywhere from 5 or 6 videos regarding that. You can go to that channel and see my previous years skiing if you're a skier and you like seeing those type of videos. And it's also, if we boating, traveling, any sorts, whether I go to Florida, Pennsylvania, wherever I'm going, short or far away. And so I wanted to plug my other channel, because that is just a kind of vlogging type of channel. Now this is my reseller vlog, but that is 100% a vlogging channel. I like to talk about, you know, flower gardens and veggie gardens, you know, do's and don'ts and things I've learned along the way. And from the veggie garden, I make recipes, but I also make recipes in general, just fun things to watch. And so I just wanted to let you guys know about that too. That channel has been moving along pretty quickly as well. And I always comment, there's a link down below in the description of my videos on this channel. And I usually comment on all of my Left Lane Finds videos, like, hey, I'm commenting from my second channel, just so you can like click that link if you forget what it's called and go and check it out that way. So I just wanted to mention that too, that I actually do 2 channels along with all of my reselling. And I am also a stock trader. That's another thing I like to do. I don't talk about it that much on my channel, because I try to keep it strictly focused on the reselling, which I've had so much fun doing in all these years, and looking forward to keep doing that and growing along with you guys. And so I just want to let's end the video here, and I'm going to say please like, comment, because I love reading your comments, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.